Well, it's the world's first annual festival celebrating Samuel Beckett, the Irish Nobel Prize winner, and it's in Enniskillen, where he went to school. It's going to be the August bank holiday weekend from Thursday the 23rd of August to Monday the 27th. Beckett was born in Dublin, but he was sent to school, the Royal Portora School in Enniskillen. London and Dublin and Paris, of course, where he spent most of his life, would seem to be the natural mainstream centres for such an annual festival. So in a way, Enniskillen has stolen a march on these big cities. But it works because, if we think of the top festival in the world, Edinburgh, the best ones work in the small environments, Avignon, Salzburg. Enniskillen, it's such a gorgeous surprise if you've never been there before. Well, it's a very small, compact place, Enniskillen, and so at the west side of it, we have the Portora School on the hill. So that's certainly one centre. And then we have the Enniskillen Castle in the town itself on the island. That's a second main centre. And that'll be mainly for community, family and children in particular. And then we have the Ardoin Theatre, which is the theatre that sits on the lakes there. So it'll be a third hub. And a fourth hub will be the Castle Cool House, where we'll have classical music recitals, and where we're also citing the sculptor Anthony Gormley's Godot tree that he's specially created for the festival. I think what will surprise everyone, if you know a little or however much about Beckett, is that it's going to be right across all the art forms. So there's going to be comedy, even sports. There's going to be writers there like John Banville, Edna O'Brien, Paul Muldoon and so on, and a theatre programme. And the headline of that theatre is the American director Robert Wilson with his Krapp's Last Tape. So that's a UK and Irish premiere for Enniskillen. Krapp's Last Tape, what's exciting about our first festival beginning with that, let's say, and not beginning with Waiting for Godot, is that this play was premiered by a Northern Irish actor, Patrick Magee, in 1958 at the Royal Court Theatre. It has these Northern Irish associations beyond that in the play there is mention of the Upper Lake, and there's a mention in the very important dream sequences of the punt in the reeds. So it has these connections that could be said to that maybe it's the Enniskillen play. Well, the London 2012 has from the very beginning supported us to have this happen. I think without them it would have been much, much harder to give birth to something like this, because it's quite a challenge to put such a new type of concept together, because here we are programming an entire festival out of the sort of autobiography essentially of one man, his life and his work. But because he was such an extraordinary man in the quality of the work and the diversity of the work, he worked in visual arts and dance. He created a little dance piece even, you learn, as well as the theatre and prose and novellas and poems. It's very, very elastic. It allows us to create quite a diverse festival. So the Cultural Olympiad has been particularly important for the birth of this. The great thing that I feel about Beckett and many of us is that there's a real opportunity here to really show him. He's one of the greatest humorists that there is in the 20th century. It's very, very funny. You don't have comedians like Dylan Moran, Ardal O'Hanlon, or many of the Irish comedians, Tommy Tiernan, who all acknowledge Beckett. Waiting for Godot, what inspired him there on the pairings for the actors for that was Laurel and Hardy, Charlie Chaplin. So we'll be showing the films of Charlie Chaplin, Laurel and Hardy, Buster Keating. We'll be bringing comedians, immersion comedians as well as established as part of the festival. Alongside the theatre programmers, there will be classical music as well, and we're even bringing singer-songwriters in on a basis as well, connected with the whole Beckettian theme. In late April, we're going to be launching 12 events that are going to immediately go on sale, and then over the next month, right through to the full brochure launch in June, we're going to be releasing more and more events.